This is a supercar which has a personality like a human. Anyone who provokes it is all attacked by it. It uses many ways to attack people it hates. When it's done, it's back to normal as if nothing happened. It all started when it was produced. The mechanic who had done the checkup for it before it was finished had hands be directly cut off by it. Another mechanic went inside to check, and accidentally dropped a cigarette butt on the car seat, making the car very angry. By the time everyone opened the door, he had already suffocated inside. 30 years have passed, and no one has dared to get in that car. However, at the first sight when Arnie saw it, it seemed to mesmerize him. Regardless of his friend's objection, he bought it for $2,500. Also gave it the name Christine. He drove to the auto repair shop where he was working. Because he doesn't have any money, he could only run errands for the owner of the repair shop, in order that he can learn some elements to fix this old car. Arnie is a shy guy who is often bullied by his friends. Seeing the girl he secretly loved, Lee, he didn't dare to come forward to say hello. But since fixing Christine, Arnie seemed to be a different person. He gave up his usual appearance, and started living like an arrogant man. He even flirted with the school's beauty queen, Lee. That night, he drove Lee to the open-air cinema. Seeing Arnie fall in love with this car, Lee got jealous. She supposed that he only loves this car, not her. Also, she beat the seat of this car once. When she picked up a piece of cake to eat, the wipers stopped working. Arnie immediately got out of the car to check when the radio suddenly started playing music. The lights in the car were so strong that it felt quite scary. Lee was so surprised that she got a cake in her throat. Arnie immediately wanted to open the car door to save her, but the car door was automatically locked. In an emergency, a passerby opened the door, quickly saving Lee from death. This car is able to hear and understand everything people say. After hearing that the most person Arnie loves is Lee, the car immediately became angry. No matter how hard Arnie tried, he couldn't start the car. It wasn't until Arnie said that the person he loved the most was Christine that it started up. The delinquents who used to bully him followed him to the repair shop. They smashed Christine into a pile of scraps. But Christine, which was destroyed to a pile of scrap, then automatically restored itself. Not long after, it returned to the perfect shape like the original. Seeing the scene ahead, Arnie wasn't surprised at all. Christine silently came to find the people who broke it. It chased and attacked them no matter where they ran away. After chasing him all night, it cornered him into a wall. Christine does not care about the small space but rushes in. Directly crushed the person who destroyed me last time. The next morning it was back to normal as if nothing had happened. The police have also received a report about the whole incident. They went looking for Arnie but found no trace at all. It didn't stop there. Christine in turn went to the people who broke it, directly smashing their cars. It ran straight into the gas station, causing an explosion that burned everything. Christine's whole body was full of fire, and chased those thugs, walking slowly behind as if making fun of that poor guy. Suddenly, it speeded up, directly stabbing the other guy. When the whole car came to the repair shop with full of white smoke, the boss suddenly noticed that strangeness. He took the gun, and walked over to check inside, but there was no one in the car. As soon as he got in the car locked the door. The seat kept moving forward, until the boss was pinned to death. A series of murders attract the police pay attention. But every time Christine made troubles, it all recovered like the original. There is no evidence so the police can't investigate anything. But Lee felt something unusual from this car. She met Dennis and told him the truth about this car. The next victim it targets can definitely be her. However, Dennis simply couldn't believe such absurd stories. After she left, Arnie asked Dennis to go out for some fresh air. After getting in the car, Dennis saw his friend completely different from before. Arnie doesn't even need to hold the steering wheel, the car drives automatically. Seeing the frantic expression on Arnie's face, Dennis finally believed what Lee had told was true. In order to save Arnie, Dennis and Lee planned to destroy this car. The next evening, he drove the excavator to the auto repair shop. Lee was on a mission to lure Christine. As expected, Christine immediately rushed over to her. Meanwhile, in the car, Arnie seemed to have mixed his personality with the car. To destroy the love rival, Christine pressed hard on the accelerator to crash into Lee. Fortunately, she quickly escaped from it, causing it to crash into another car. Not caring about any damage, it continued to chase Lee. It constantly crashed everything in the garage. And Arnie in the car also flew out. Before he died, he still tried to touch the car for the last time. When the car was upset, Dennis drove the excavator, and crushed it. Though it's constantly recovering, it still can't resist, and finally was crushed. After that, it was thrown to the scrap yard, completely turned into a pile of scraps.